Riley backstroke. On that push up right away, look how flat you are. Make sure you arch a little bit. We've been talking about this at our lecture. Nice streamline, good butterfly kicks. You can kick a little bit more from your hips. And the first stroke you take looks like it starts with your elbow. Look how bent your elbow is, when in reality it has to be your arm that is moving you that direction, not your elbow. And also look at this kick right here and how wide it is. Again, you need to be kicking from your hips, not just with your knees, okay? And again, body position wise, look at this arm here, how it is bent. You're coming up a little bit too high on every stroke. You can watch your head as you move. Make sure you're laying better. Also, your hips are low. Make sure your hips are much higher than that. Okay? You have a little bit of rotation. You can see here that your shoulder does come up and your hip is going as well, but the way you're laying in the water is you're not benefiting from it as much as you could. We're gonna see the underwater video and see where it takes you, but also watch how wide this kick, if I'm not mistaken, it's hard to see from here, that this is one leg and this is another, so that's way too wide for the kick. Up and down, you can see how much you're bouncing. You're not very well balanced. We're gonna watch it in slow motion on the way back. Let's see what you do on the flip turn here. And also look how much you overreach here. Did you see this? Let me point it out a little bit more for you. Overreach. Watch this. You're gonna place your arm here and it's behind your head completely, so you look like this would be your head, that your arm is going this way, okay, when it has to be laying here. Alright, the turn, again, your head pops up right away, your chin needs to be tucked, good shoulder length apart, you're doing good, that's what we've been working on, I like that. You need to put your hands in the streamline a little bit earlier. And you're pushing off, you're doing your butterfly kicks, nice job. And again, you break into surface with your head first. Look at this. See that? What's the first thing pops up? Is your head. So make sure that stays nice and low. And you can see in the way back. Let's watch it in the slow motion here. Do you see how you come up and down, up and down. We're gonna see the reason for it when we do the underwater, but my guess is that the way you catch, your initial catch is just not going the right direction, so it's something we need to work on. You can also see how much you overreach, so you be careful with that. Okay, finish. Looking for that wall a little bit too much. Make sure you know where the flags are so you know what to look for. Alright, let's see you underwater. Alright, so that is a little bit too deep. Look how deep you are underwater. It almost looks like you're much closer to the bottom than you are to the surface. The good part is that your kick is going good from your hips, but watch how wide your feet are, okay? This gotta be fixed because you are right now taking a little bit too much space. And the first mistake people make is they're starting to swim while they're still underwater. Look at you, you're already in a full stroke position and there's no surface anywhere near. Also look at your kick, how wide that is, okay? So again, two things, starting a little bit too early up top, and also the kick is a little too wide. Let's see where it brings you. You're struggling to come up here. Do you see that? Okay. Uh, First things first, let's focus a little bit what's going on here with your hand. Um, in a perfect world, your forearm and your palm would be facing the same direction. Right now, your forearm is doing good things, sorry the catch, but your palm is going opposite direction. Do you see this? But the good thing is your catch. Look at this nice high elbow underwater. And let's see where it brings you. It's going to be easier with this arm. Again, you see it starts hooking up with your palm here instead of that right here. It has to be together. And now you are actually swimming with your elbow. Watch this. Your elbow goes first. Did you see that? I'm going to show it to you again. Then that's why you're jumping. You're hardly pulling any water because your elbow is on the way. You'll have to push down with your forearm, and here you're trying to fix. So you got the angle here, but it's not helping you, and you just push all that water down. That's the reason why you pop like this. Okay? So instead of pushing the water down, you need to be pushing it out. Remember the drill we did when we were focusing on our finishes. The rotation, very good with your shoulders, and on this side you're doing a good job with your hips, so everything is lined up, everything is good. The kick, however, is a little too wide. See how you're pushing that water down? That's what makes your body pop. And you're laying a little bit too low. Your hips, you need to raise your hips up. You see, this is what I'm talking about, wide kick. You're bending your knees too much. Your kick has to come from your shoulders. See what you do on the flip turn here. It's a little bit far. It's hard to tell. Ooh, right on the letter. It's hard to tell. Nice butterfly kicks, I like that. And here, look how straight your arm is. You're already swimming, right? But there's no catch with that. I haven't noticed that before. Here goes your elbow, but again pushing it down. Let's watch you in slow motion underwater. See how much you're pushing that water down? So again, it's all going downward, downward, downward. So make sure it goes out. Right here, I'm gonna rewind back. So here, instead of pressing it down like you are doing, okay, and your elbow is bent as well, make sure everything goes that direction. And you need to lift your hips up as well. It's a little too low for you, kid. Look how you're laying on the water, almost vertical, because of the position of your hips. Okay.